Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little different. If you have seen, there's been some changes on my channel in the last few weeks in regards to my branding, and also I released my new trailer for my channel sometime last week. And the reason for that is because things are expanding. Now, I want to make it very clear. I'm not going to stop talking about human design. I'm not going to stop teaching it. I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to stop answering your questions. That is not going to change. However, the scope of my channel, the scope of the things that I talk about on my channel is going to expand, because I am stepping into this bigger vision, which I'm also going to tell you about in this video. I'm stepping into this bigger vision that I have for myself and for my business, which requires not only me to expand, not only my beliefs to expand, but also for my channel to expand, for my content to expand. So I'm going to be talking a lot more about creativity, a lot more about embodiment, a lot more about embodiment. Like, that's probably one of the, a lot more about creativity, a lot more about emotions and emotional regulation. It's gonna be a lot, right? It's gonna be a lot of content, a lot of different kinds of content. There will always be human design content here. I will always be talking about human design here. But in regards to my human design content, it's going to, I don't want to say it's going to get more divisive, but there are just things in the human design community that I see and that I hear that I do not like. And I was on a client call the other day and I talked about a few of those things, because this person was feeling as though they were doing something wrong because people kept telling them specific things, especially when it comes to, like, being a generator or a manifesting generator and listening to your sacral center and how it's supposed to sound and how it's supposed to feel. I see things differently. I do not take human design as dogma or as a religion. So the way that I teach it, the things that I teach, I'm going to start talking about how I see it. And this is my channel and my experiences, right? And I'm not saying you have to completely believe everything I say. But if you hear things on this channel going forward, you're like, well, that's different from what Ross said, or that's different from, what this person over here said. Yeah, maybe it will. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I don't know. But I am going to be a lot more intentional about teaching how I use the system, teaching how I teach my clients to use the system, which may fly in the face of things that you have heard, that you've learned, and I'm okay with that. And if you're like, you know what, I don't vibe with you, I don't vibe with the way that you teach it, absolutely fine. My word is not law, right? I am just teaching it the way that feels best for me, that has helped me and work with my clients, that feels more empowering, right? Because, and that's another thing that I want to touch on in this video, is that I am all about empowering you. I am not here to give you the rules of human design, to give you the ABC, the 1, 2, 3, so you can have this cookie cutter plan and this, roadmap to make your perfect life. That is not what I want. Okay? I don't want you coming onto my channel thinking that you need me to give you the answers. Do I have knowledge? Absolutely. Have I been certified multiple times to teach this? Yes, I have. But I want this platform to only ever be something that empowers you, to only ever be a resource that you can utilize in order to bring you back into your center, bring you and anchor you down into your power. And for the last few months, these 3 words have been playing over and over and over in my head: power, pleasure, freedom. Power, pleasure, freedom. Power, pleasure, freedom. Power, pleasure, freedom. It's just been like running over and over, like on a loop in my head. And eventually I was like, you know what? Something is here. Something is happening. What is going on? The basis of what I am here to do, what my business is here for, what this channel is here for, is to remind you of your power, help you to reclaim your power, prioritize your pleasure so you can create the freedom that you desire. That is what I want. That is what I stand for. Those are like my 3 core values. If we're talking about business-wise, my 3 core values: power, pleasure, freedom. So going forward, everything that I do, every piece of content that I put out, every offer that I create is geared around these 3 things: reminding you of your power, helping you to prioritize your pleasure, and allowing you to create the freedom that you desire. That is it. That is it. Right? So, with that being said, I do want to share how this came about. Okay, so a little bit of a story time. I think the biggest problem that we have in this society is that there is no space. Not that there's like a whole bunch of people, because like, well, if you're in New York, then yes, there's a gang of people. Some of y'all need to move from New York. I'm sorry. There's so many people, and it's a little tiny place. But anyway, that's beside the point. There's no space. There's no breathing room, right? So many people are living paycheck to paycheck, right? So many people are, filling their schedules to the brim just to stay, on track, right? Not even to get ahead. It's like, no, if I don't do all of this today, I'm falling behind. There's no space. And for the last few years, honestly, like the past 5 or 6 years, I've had this vision and this idea of like just buying like an apartment building, like a few apartment buildings, and renovating them into like dorms, and having this program where people can apply. They can apply to be part of this program, and they move into these dorms, right? Whether they have family, whether they have kids, doesn't matter. They move into these dorms. And for, however long, 3 months, 6 months, whatever, however long they are in the program, they are only required to do the things that are going to push them forward. They would get a monthly stipend, right? They get to live in these dorms rent-free, right? So they don't have to worry about, I have to work so I can pay my bills. No, your food is paid for, your lodging is paid for, everything is paid for, and you're getting a stipend. There will be requirements. You see a therapist 2 to 3 times a week. You're doing mindset training. You are, going to the gym every day. Not to say you have to be a Olympic level athlete, no, but every day you need to get your body moving, right? You could just take a walk, right? Or you can get on the machines or do, whatever people do in the gym. Every day, their food, there's chefs on hand, right? They go down to the cafeteria. They have, 3 square meals a day plus a snack if they want, right? Healthy food that is prepared fresh daily, right? We're not, handing them Chef Boyardee. Not if there's anything wrong with Chef Boyardee, okay? I grew up on ravioli. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. Everything is taken care of, right? And they get to choose, do I want to have a traditional career or do I want to be an entrepreneur? And based on what their decision is, while they're in the program, they're learning how to, interview skills, right? Resume building, skills workshops. If they want to be an entrepreneur, talk about, taxes, having an LLC, content marketing, all of these things based on what they decided that they wanted to do, what they wanted to learn while they were in this program. Since they're getting a monthly stipend and they don't have to pay for anything, right? Childcare is included. There's trained professional childcare workers. If they do have a family, right? Especially if they have little kids, they don't have to worry about finding someone to watch after their kids while they're doing all of these things, while they're going to therapy, while they're going to the workshops or whatever. Everything is taken care of. Everything is taken care of. Everything is taken care of. And what that does is create space. I want to create a business, create a program that allows people to create space in their lives. Because when you have space to invest in yourself, when you have space to breathe, when you have space to work on yourself, to work on your body, to work on your mindset, to work on all of these things that everyone says are so goddamn important, things start to shift. And all of those things are important. I've done all of those things. But I'm also in a position where I was able to create space for myself to work on them. So what I want to do is help other people create space. And that's what I want to do with this program, which, now listen, this is an undertaking. I'm not saying this is something that's going to be like up and running in like a year, you know, like, cause I don't even know how I would even go about creating something like this. But I want you to see the vision. I want to share with you, number one, how this completely connects to what I'm doing now with, human design and with my channel. But also, I want you to see why things are expanding the way that they are. I love human design. I love Gene Keys, but I don't want to just be a human design and Gene Keys coach. I want to coach people on completely transforming their lives. I want to coach people on truly embodying information. I want to coach people on becoming the version of themselves that is able to sustain the result that they want. And that's another thing I'm going to be talking about more on my channel, is manifestation. But I want you to see the vision. I want you to see that I have an end game. Right? I'm not just throwing content up on here because I want to make a few bucks or, whatever. Like, no, I am building this thing. I'm building something. And if you want to be a part of that, if you want to, of course, keep learning and keep taking this journey with me, and also you see where I'm going with this, like you resonate with my vision, you're like, yes, I think that's amazing. I love that. Then I encourage you to keep rocking with me, basically. And if, this doesn't resonate with you, if this doesn't resonate with you, good God, then that's perfectly fine. And I completely understand, because, I probably could just keep uploading YouTube videos for the next few years and, eventually retire and be like, oh, well, I, had a really great YouTube channel, but I want more. I want to do more. I want to help more. I want to impact more. I want to completely transform the lives of everyone that I come into contact with. And I want to create this program because I want to help people create space. Because when there's space, there's room for expansion. So, which is why my channel trailer was as dramatic as it was. I love it. Literally, it's my new favorite thing. It was pretty, it was dramatic, literally me in a video. But yeah, so that is the direction this channel is going in. Like I said, I will not stop talking about human design. I will not stop talking about Gene Keys. I'm actually going to start talking about Gene Keys a lot more. Also sharing a lot more of my experiences, like how I work through fears, how I create routines, how I work with a lot of my with my gates and my centers and all these things. I'm going to be uploading a lot more of that kind of content. And there's a lot of programs and workshops that are coming down the pipeline as well. So many things are happening. So if you would like to continue on this journey with me and you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, I recommend you get on my email list. My email list hears everything, sometimes even before it happens. So if you're interested in that, I can leave a link down below to sign up for my email list, and I'll see you all in the next